This one don't use it.
Because Ojularo are not in good condition. Not in good condition. That guy is not
Yeah, good morning, civilians. Welcome to the program this morning by Students and Newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku. Yes, today is the 21st of September. 21st of September 2022. Yes, 21st of September 2022. We are reaching back to get our people responding to the reports that we have on the national. You can see we are at the bystand this morning here in Ogba, Abiodun Jagun Street, the junction. Yeah, you can see people are deliberating on the reports that they find on the national dailies. I have with me the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. Daily Sun, I have with me. I have also the Vanguard newspaper. Our committed analysts are here this morning to do justice to the newspaper headline. Let's start with the Vanguard. The presidency, INEC clears article, Tinubu Obi 15 others. INEC clears article, Tinubu Obi 15 others. As INEC released a list of party candidates, Senate President Lawan out. Akpabio, Umahi, Shekara, Mrs. Obiano in. Obaseki's candidates lose out in Edo State. Yes, 4,223 National Assembly candidates slug it out. I'm very well concerned about Akpabio's still in Umahi and Akpabio's inclusion still in the races, the senatorial races. Anxiety grips Lekki residents as port project nears completion. Anxiety grips Lekki residents as port project nears completion. Yes, rich home owners relocate from port area. Rich home owners relocate from port area. Road, other transport modes coming, MPA bus. Yes, Lagos State tops a list of highly indebted states with 797 billion naira. That's from the Debt Management Office. Dogara is speaking about same-faith ticket. He said it's guaranteed to end in spectacular failure. Same-faith tickets guaranteed to end in spectacular failure. Buhari, the picture here, Buhari at the United Nations General Assembly in New York, 77th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Yes, he gave a speech, and we are going to be reading what he said at the event. Let's look at the sun this morning. Nnamdi Kanu must not die. Ohaneze wants his health deteriorating. Family raises alarms. Nnamdi Kanu must not die. Ohaneze wants his health deteriorating. Family raises alarm. Main headline on the Daily Sun this morning: presidential poll, INEC clears article, Tinubu Obi 15 others. Umahi, Akpabio, Tamwal makes Senate list. Lawan Obaseki's camp lose out. Yes, PDP moves to sideline Governor Wike, takes South Zonal headquarters to Akwa Ibom instead of Rivers. PDP moves to sideline Governor Wike, takes South Zonal headquarters to Akwa Ibom instead of Rivers. Tinubu's presidency will benefit Southeast Kanu. Tinubu's presidency will benefit the Southeast. That is from Kanu, former governor of Anambra State. Sorry, Abia State. Dogara restates opposition to APC Muslim ticket, says it's antithetical to nation building. Obaseki wants political class parties about imminent shocking election outcome. Obaseki wants political class parties about imminent shocking election outcome. Buhari seeks fresh 402 billion naira loan via promissory notes. Oil theft pushing Nigeria's economy into coma, cautions Lawan. Oil theft pushing Nigeria's economy into coma, cautions Lawan. On the strike, Reps Education Minister moved to broker truce between with ASU. Yeah, looking at other reports this morning. Students, the Student Union, National Association of Nigerian Students have brought out their timetable on the strikes where they will carry out their protests. They have been advised to avoid the Kaduna airport over the imminent danger there, expecting that there might be some kind of attack from bandits in that area. Remember last time the Navy was attacked at that airport by bandits. Yes, Buhari spoke at the United Nations 77 United Nations Assembly. He said no country can develop beyond capacity of its educational system. That is from Buhari speaking. Yes, President Muhammad Buhari has called for collaborative partnerships that will build a framework of ideas to transform educational systems globally. He spoke at a time the academic staff universities ASUM has been on strike for about 8 months following the failure of the federal government to meet the demands of its members. Buhari spoke on Monday while delivering Nigeria's statement at Transforming Education Summit Leaders Roundtable organized on the margins of the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly. He said, in transforming education, we must not erect borders where they exist. We must bring them down as we have much to learn from each other. Yes, Buhari's daughter-in-law graduated with first class from UK University despite the 7-month ASU strike. Methodist prelates Sanusi prolonged ASU strike worrisome. I have a Matthew. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Let's allow our brother.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Let's allow him. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Chigozia is a Chigozia Nibu. He's a warrior in the southeastern part of the country.
Okay, I want to start with the INEC list. We have Umahi, we have Akpabio.
On the list?
Yes.
For me, I think INEC is trying to be on the side of the law. Because at times, it's not about sentiments. It's not about what you think. It's not about your personal perspective. It's about the position of the law. A judgment may be unpopular, but until it's set aside, it becomes a judgment in a particular circumstance. I can understand that INEC, through their spokesperson, Professor Okoye, have said repeatedly that any valid court judgment, once they get certified 2 copies of the judgment, that they will comply. I think that's what they are merely pandering to. But again, he has equally said that in all the cases where they were not joined in the case before the judgment and where their position is at variance with the position of the court, that they will be applying for leave of the court to appeal such cases. If you look at the issue of Akwa Ibom and the one that involving city president, they are similar in nature. And the position of INEC have been very clear. I think they are right in their position. That the constitution says that they have right, they shall monitor the primary of every election. They shall monitor the primary of every political party. And any primary they didn't monitor, they didn't send their representative, that it's invalid. To that extent, INEC have repeatedly said that Akpabio and the two of Akpabio and the Senate president did not emerge through due process as such that they will not recognize their candidacy. But again, they have gone to court, and the court in its wisdom, relying on the sunsettion of the constitution, have ruled that INEC have no right to reject a list submitted to it by a political party. And you look at the position of the court, it's equally supported by the constitution. So I think there's a lacuna somewhere. That is why there's need to harmonize all the judgments, and there's need for even INEC to appeal some of the cases. Because if INEC, like they have been maintaining, that Akpabio, the Senate president, and possibly Umahi, I don't think Umahi case is no longer part of it somehow, that they did not emerge through due process, as such that they will not recognize their candidates, even as their party is nominating them. And they have got turn around now to use the court to compel INEC to recognize them. I've not seen anywhere INEC have erred because they are merely obeying court order. But I think they should go a step further in appealing those judgments. And where they were not part of those judgments from the beginning, yes, of course. Where there are instances where even after election, court will rule that a particular candidate that was submitted to INEC is not the legitimate candidate, and another person will take over the case. Look at the case of Zamfara State. After after the election, the governor had been sworn in. Court ruled that the APC ran foul of INEC guideline. As such, their candidate was not eligible to contest in the first place, and he was ousted out of office. So that's in essence is in areas where INEC were not part of the suit, they should apply for the leave of court to appeal those cases. And areas where they were part of the suit from the beginning, from the originating case, they should appeal such cases as well, so that this impunity will stop. Because for me, on the part of the politicians, I see that impunity. There are many exploiting lacunas in the constitution to circumvent the process and get themselves back to the power through backdoor. That's why
the 1999 constitution.
Yes, of course. Look at what I'm saying. The constitution says that INEC have no power. To reject a list candidate submitted to it by a political party. And the constitution says that INEC shall monitor the primary of every election, meaning any primary that is not monitored by INEC is null and void. I had a situation where at the time they were running primary for Senate, the duo of Akpabio and Senate President were busy trying to get APC presidential candidates. So they didn't have time. They could not be aspirant for Senate and a same time presidential aspirant. So when they lost, because they used placeholder to hold bill for them, they wanted to come back to take it. But it didn't work because in the case of Akpabio, the man who emerged victorious in the primary said, "I'm not stepping down." And he had right to say, "I'm not stepping down."
Okay.
Even in the case of Senate President Machina, what they call him, he said he's not stepping down. And he's within his rights.
There's no candidate for that, you may not.
But whatever happens, I think in the long run, the wheel of justice grinds slowly. In the long run, I see Akpeyon from Akpabio side and Machina from Senate President side. I see them emerging victorious in the long run because the wheel of justice grinds slowly. Because for me, they're on the right side of the law. It doesn't matter how you try to use power to muscle them. They're on the right side of the law.
It is the party that will still present their candidates.
It's the party that presents candidates. I'm not arguing that. But the groundnut is there, the constitution is there, that empowers INEC to monitor primary. And that any primary they didn't monitor is not legitimate. And we had a situation where they conducted primary and Machina and Akpeyon emerged from Akwa Ibom and from Yobe, respectively. And we have a situation where the duo of Akpabio and Senate President are coming back to use might to muzzle them, to collect it. So I think that in the long run, they will have their way because justice must prevail at the end of the day.
Okay, Buhari spoke at the 77th United Nations General Assembly. He said that education is the basis for development of any country.
I think Buhari is not justified to say that.
That's why I want to put that.
He's not justified. How can you say education is the basis of development of any nation? Where in your country has to speak?
That other countries allow their borders, let education, tourism flow.
What I'm saying is, in the context of what you just said, Mr. President is not justified to say that. Because how has he been able to address the issue of education in Nigeria? His children, are they schooling here? His children are not schooling here. Education has been granted in Nigeria under his watch. So I think he's just playing, it's granted. What is the percentage of Nigerian students who are, if you take away private schools, I know. What is the percentage of people who are in school currently compared to the people who are at home? So for me, Mr. President is not justified to make that statement. And again, that is why I don't have confidence in TUC, NSC, even Pengasin. Because I think this is the time where they needed to use their influence to come to the aid of ASU. Because ASU seems to be handicapped, and federal government seems to have developed thick skin against this ASU strike. ASU, as far as federal government is concerned, can be on strike for the rest part of Mr. Muhammadu Buhari's administration. They are not bothered. Because what affect the students do not affect Muhammadu Buhari, do not affect the ministers, do not affect the governors, House of Assembly members, senators, even yes, it do not affect all the political appointees because they have their children schooling abroad. The other day, pardon?
Buhari's daughter-in-law graduated from.
I read it recently. What they say she had a first class.
Like architectural something.
Who is school?
I don't know this. I've not.
You don't know the school.
The UK university.
You better investigate to know.
I was not really interested in that.
Now, let me not
I'm
take you
not
up on
agree
that.
with what
Let
the
me not
government
take you up
is
that
doing
because you are not Buhari'S family. What I'm trying to say in essence is, if Mr. President, his acolytes, his relatives, people who are close to him, are going to UK, US, Ukraine to acquire better education, I have a situation where Mr. President failed to refuse, bluntly refused, vehemently refused to address the financial problem of educational sector in Nigeria. Rather, he's rushing to, through his ministers, rushing to National Industrial Court to compel ASU to resume duty. If they resume duty, has the problem been solved? Obviously, no.
How would the lecturers now?
So it's a kind of trying to use federal institution to muzzle ASU. For me, I think the world should see Mr. President as somebody who do not have value for education, who plays education, who do not have good premium on education. That's what I see.
Let's look at now the position of INEC. You think INEC can really give us a free and fair election?
I think INEC is determined to perform. But the problem is that the average Nigerian politician will always circumvent the rule if given opportunity. A case in hand of these Senate positions is telling you that what Nigerians can do, especially Nigerian politicians. Once they see any lacuna in the constitution, they exploit it. Even when there's no lacuna, they try to create one. So for me, I see an INEC that is determined to conduct free, fair, and credible election.
This ghost voter in the voter register. The ghost voters in the voter register by CUPP president. Allegation. How do you look at it?
I've not really gone through the allegation itself. But what I can understand is that INEC have repeatedly come out to make clarifications. You see, at times, the other day, I was speaking about this INEC. Somebody I didn't, maybe I would have took note of his name. By tomorrow, I will mention his name. He was trying to vilify me that I'm on the side of the government. But the truth is, if you look at the antecedent of INEC of recent, if you look at what they stand for, you know that INEC is not on the side of the government. You see that INEC is trying to be truly independent. I'm not saying there's no one or two persons in INEC who may be pandering to the government of the day. But INEC as a body, for what we are saying, at least they conducted the election in Osun. It's not by circumstance that they declare PDP. PDP won, and it is because of innovation that have been introduced into the electoral process that made it possible for an opposition to win, and he was returned elected. Otherwise, the average politician, it doesn't matter what he's glaring that opposition is winning, he have his way, he will upturn it. So for me, I see an INEC that is determined to conduct free, fair, and credible election. But that notwithstanding, if we see any area that we are suspicious of foul play, we raise it. Like I said the other day, that are not comfortable with INEC telling us that the result uploaded in the INEC viewing portal is not sufficient to return a winner. I have an issue with that. Because I've said it here the other day, but let me reiterate it because it cannot be emphasized for purpose of clarity. If you have adult staffs who are polling agents, after counting the results of the election in all the polling units, in the presence of all the agents of the political parties, announce the results of announce the result at the polling unit level, upload it to INEC viewing portal, and somebody somewhere is collating that result already announced and posted to INEC viewing portal. I don't see how that runs out the constitution. As far as I'm concerned, the result on the INEC viewing portal have been declared by polling agents. So somebody turned around to tell me that the constitution do not support electronic collation of results. That person is only merely playing political gimmick. That is the area I'm picking hole in INEC's guideline.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm saying conclusively that a result you collate, that is already uploaded on INEC viewing portal, that have been announced and declared by unit agents or INEC polling agents, is sufficient to declare result and return a winner. Anything outside that, I see it as a prelude to manipulate the process.
Okay, thank you very much. I have I don't know the Lagos.
Yes, I don't know the Lagos.
Yesterday.
Yes. How are you?
Yeah, we saw stickers, Tinubu stickers being sold by allegedly MC Olomo boys forcefully to Kekema riders. You saw that video?
What do you expect?
You saw the video?
Yes. What do you expect? They're already mapping up a way
But
of
he has
bringing.
denied the allegation. He has denied the allegation.
should-
Say anybody you catch selling speakers, arrest the person.
You should understand what is going on in politics. All the politicians are already designing things that will make people not to that election to be credible. You know. Anyway, my name is Lucky Ayabuna. I don't know Lagos. My brother, this time my Rampe cannot talk much.
Okay, now
Because
that,
it's not the country.
now that INEC has released his
List.
his, where do you pitch your tent now?
It's a big. It's good,
We
sir.
have Akpabio that did not contest, but he is returned as a
That
candidate.
area you have to be questioned.
We have Umahi, we have
That is the area you have to be questioned. Akpabio did not. That means he contests primary under presidency, and he still contests primary under Senate, and it's very, very wrong. And INEC still bring this list out. Maybe the guy that contests have reached session with him.
no.
You sure?
Yeah.
What happened? The whole world are watching.
The party is,
They never contest election.
The party wants Akpabio. The party APC wants Akpabio to be.
If they want, maybe that is their own. Maybe it's the person they brought. But if somebody have contested that election, let the person go to court. That's the answer.
Okay. Who are you supporting now?
My brother, you know our diaspora people, all of them have their own candidate, and
Remain you.
it remain me. Until I saw where the wind is going. Before I
You
can
follow the wind.
Yes. That's what I believe. No, not be like Bele. Anywhere the wind will go, I'll follow. If the wind go to OP, I'll follow OP. If the wind get to Milocon, no problem. If the wind go to Atiko, if you go to Sowore, follow. If you go to, there are many there, up to 14.
What are the qualities you want to see in a leader?
Number one, I saw our president jubilating yesterday for UN. That is why he couldn't go to London. He rushed to UN, started planning bomb to tell Nigerians, tell the whole world that our education now is moving fine. Another is watch. Millions of children out of school. He never tell the world like that. Out of his watch, poverty, language student. He never tell the world. Out of his watch, students have been on strike almost a year now. He never tell the world. All you know that because it's a priority to Nigeria. So he left for Nigeria to judge. Ask him, which education? Is it education your children are in abroad? Or education whereby many children are out of school? Quantity of number we can't count under his word. Did he tell the word like that? No. He rather telling the world that education is the best thing to move economy forward. And economy is zero under his watch. Education is zero under his watch. He never tell the word. And I mean, he left for the win Nigeria to judge. What is the infrastructure on ground in Nigeria? Are you getting me? And why other countries are jubilating that education is moving by bringing economy to their country. But your own is bringing suffering to us. He never tell the world. That is why he rushed to US instead of going to London. Say, no, Sibanjo, something is wrong. Nigeria is supposed to be reacting now. Let the world know that that speech he make for himself, not about
So what are the
Nigeria.
qualities you expect in a leader?
A leader is supposed to do your own work before you go to the world and start telling them, number one, what is the quality? The quality for education is zero. People, they are not in school now. And you rush it to UN to go and tell the world that education is the best rock of any economy. I get to be. Now, nothing like that under your word. And Nigeria quiet. We're supposed to be at least replying him now, sending messages to UN that this man is telling lies. He's not representing us. Come Nigeria find that the education for 9 months now. Students they are on strike. You pupil, they are not going to school. No books, no teacher. Teacher not be paid. Now you are not borrowing money to state to do development, and you are not borrowing money to pay lecturer. Something is wrong somewhere. Our president is not doing well. Let's say the truth. APC have bring us to zero.
Yeah, Nigerians are reacting to the daughter-in-law of the president that graduated in a UK university.
And why now? That is it. Don't be surprised now. When the first lady is talking rubbish because he doesn't even stay in Nigeria. What do you expect? First lady is in Dubai. The husband is in Nigeria. I get me. What do you expect? He has to go to his in-laws this to go and graduate. This sort of graduate. That means first lady is supposed to show example. And this is the first lady when the husband came in on board who was shouting they have attacked present from the husband. I get me. Today, look at the wristwatch he wear during that inauguration. Almost about $500,000. That is what he wear. Understand me? They have made money. Almost spent 8 years. He didn't care. And you are there as a mother. The children did not go to school. You are there as a mother. Students on strike. You are there as a mother. Poverty rising up. You are there as a mother. No rice, no water, no electricity as a mother. And you are going to go and celebrate graduation. It's a shame to President Buhari and APC.
Are you saying that they should bring all their children back to Nigeria?
I am not saying bringing the children back to Nigeria. Make Nigeria education okay. Make the world, make where they are going. Anybody can like and go anywhere. I get it. But the only thing, if you make Nigeria education okay, I don't think they have the cost of going to abroad to go spend about taxpayer money.
Okay. Obaseki candidates lose out in Edo states. Lagos.
You
What's
know,
happening?
actually, Obaseki cannot be trustful because he's not a really full PDP man. Was in APC before I don't decide to go back to their mother's land. Now, the really Edo politics is really playing there. I get me. When you are not aligned with their system, they bring you down. The only thing he has to cooperate with them. Now he's not coming out telling the Nigeria that 2023 election will be very tough. I don't understand me. Nigeria to be careful. So me as I'm here now, my brother, I am not happy. I'm just tired and fed up. I'm tired and fed up because of my voice. Where no yam now, no yam, nothing, no rice. We are just living by the grace of God. Nothing can boast of it. Not even money to buy it. And our children, they are at home now. Those elementary school, secondary school, they want to go back. No money to pay for school fees. I get me. We are not even talking about the university. So everybody is just looking at each other. And some people now, that's why you see, you can't blame them. When they give you 1,000 naira for electioneer, you collect to survive. You can't blame them now. So those who are buying sticker, selling sticker, that is it. Government gave them the opportunity. You must survive. You must eat. You must pay electricity. Where's the light? No light, they bring beef for you. No yam, no rice. Things are very expensive.
You have prepaid yours.
Prepay. Not everyone has prepay. No, I don't have prepay. They don't bring any kind of bid. Like they bring 100,000 last week. No prepay. And they stop. They said you go and buy prepay 61,000 naira, 100,000 naira to buy prepay. Things we buy with your money. That is Nigeria is living by corruption. That's the corruption.
Okay, what's the way forward, Mr. Lucky? What's the way forward, Mr. Lucky?
The way forward is let all Nigeria come out and let's have a very modern protest against this government.
Mother.
Whether yes, mother mean a mother,
Okay.
a mother that will at least grind this country down, and let's tuku just kakuku daru, and let's do it once and for all. SARS almost made it, but at the end they will drop back. We need to sit down. After all, Sri Lanka people came out and take their destiny on their hand. Many countries came out and take up their destiny on their hand. But Nigeria, we are afraid. We are afraid of God.
Yeah, students to block Abuja airports.
You see, The students are really trying, but it was too late. I get me. And I expect Nigeria to join them. Leave whatever you are doing. Let's join them and grant this place down because nothing is working. What are we talking about? We are just roaming about. See me, I wear suit, I wear coat, I'll go left, go right, and then come back home with nothing. So it is my brother. He's not coming here to just talk to analyze it to those who are enjoying. I'm saying the reality, what's going on ground. I'm not here to come up and speaking grammar. Nigeria is the highest for that speak English, but at the end, nothing. You speak English, you speak grammar, at the end, nothing. Say the reality, what is going on. Food, no electricity, no students are not going to school. Buhari is busy spending our taxpayer money everywhere. And his wife is Saudi Arabia. The first lady, they are supposed to be on ground. Let me tell you the security they are doing now. Most of the money, they are not using it to go and pay Casina, Kano, Dadamawa, all these places sort of bringing money. How many projects does Buhari commission in Southwest and Southeast and South? Which road that
7-kilometer road.
For 8 years. 8 years.
So you came the other time to commission it on
that
road.
For 8 years, is a safety to President Muhammad Buhari.
Okay, Wike comes pulls out of Atiku's campaign team.
You see,
you
I am telling you,
might slim the chances for PDP to win that presidential.
See, 2023, you have seen the election, it might not hold. When these two big wings are fighting, it might affect other parties.
No, you allow other parties going now.
For where you will see,
you create chance.
You will see what will happen. I am telling the truth. That thing will become fight to everybody. It will become fight. APC are still having that kind of problem. They're still fighting. And Labour, sometimes you see some hiccup. Are you getting me? Okay. So please, Nigerians, let's get up and fight this once and for all. Like Sri Lanka, okay, like other countries. We are dying. Thank you very much.
Nigeria cannot work again. Mr. George, Sewako Korocha says, Mr. Lucky, if you want Yam to be in Nigeria, vote for Peter Obi. That's Mr. Sewako Korocha.
Yes, voting for Mr. Obi, no problem. But let's join hands together and make sure Ede Obi get there. The Kaba has to be stopped. The way we stop Kaba
how do you stop Kaba?
Benin.
Can Nigeria stop the Kaba?
Yeah, we'll stop it. After all, we stop Kaba in Benin. That is why we allow the for Obaseki.
Obaseki is losing out now.
That is it. When you not do well, you go out. He did not do anything for us.
He did not do anything.
Yes, in Benin. We only voted for him because we want to focus the Kaba out. Nigeria should vote out people like the Kule people who are there. Kule has a father that is controlling Lagos. Kule knows he has a father that is controlling Lagos. Nigeria need a strong man now. A strong man like me. A young man that can bounce. I get it. Not those who are shaking everywhere. No.
Kule is not shaking.
No. Kule look like he Tunubu said. Kule is about Tunubu.
Lucky is shaking this morning. No. Lucky is shaking. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sunday. Good morning. Sunday.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Continue, Mr. Sunday. I can hear you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Sunday, no, I get sometimes network is very bad for you. I am. Okay, network is very bad. That's why I try to connect. Sometimes it's not working. So I want to talk about even first of all. Let me start with our students. Nigerian students, they wait for a long time before they embark on this protest. If I were the Nigerian student, the time that Buhari was planning to go to that London for economic summit, they will block the airport. I want to ask, is that not Nigerian student in Abuja? Abuja, where the president is living, the federal university, are they in school? No. But the only way they stand up is here, Lagos. But all those students we have there, they are just there shouting, coming to social media to shout while they have their own right in their hand. A president wife, Aisha Buhari, is showing us in daughter, in son-in-law that graduated in university in foreign land, and all our students in university are at home, almost going to how many months? It's going to almost 5, 7, 8, 9 months now. Everybody is at home. And the president have nothing to write home about. Now, okay, the president travel, the vice president travel. They are going to education or be economic summit in London. Why the Oshibanjo went to Queen Elizabeth burial? And now we are here. And now, after they left the country before, the Nigerian students know that they want to start protesting. And this thing has happened from March till now. No school. And nobody want to talk anything about it. And our politician children, all of them, they are outside here. They are outside London, America, US, different place pulling. And everywhere, no, even the primary school, no good teacher, no good education, healthcare in Nigeria, zero. Everything in this our country, zero. Insecurity, zero. See, my brother, I love Peter Obi to be Nigeria president. But what I'm saying, Nigeria can never work again. That's why I give him a cross mark. Because those our youth politicians we have, they have evil agenda against us. If they have the opportunity, because I always say that anytime that our leaders see us happy, they will be angry. They will find something that will make us feel bad, because they know that after we feel bad, we cannot do anything. They know that even though we feel bad, we only complain in our mouth, but we cannot do anything. Look at Nigeria. Is it a country that nobody can vote of anything, that we cannot happy that whether anything is working in this country? We will vote, people, all of us, by the grace of God, we will still vote for P2B. I like P2B, even though Ojus Okalu, after he have been disgraced by the APC, they lock him inside prison, and they had to sign agreement with our Islamic people, and they help him to release him out of the prison. Now he's coming to tell us that nobody should vote for P2B. And he's saying they are now exposing themselves. That's exposed. They are exposing themselves. We need a man without culture. That those people that have many companies in Dubai, in US, that are ruining this country for how many years, but nothing to write home about. But the man, we need a man that has culture of human being in his heart. P2B has culture of human being. And let everybody vote for him. But I always say, what I'm always saying is this: if P2B go there, this terrorist group in the northern part, will they allow him to rule? Because we clamor for Jonathan like that. They did not allow Jonathan to finish in tenure. Because of those Boko Haram, all the northern people, I describe many of them like Boko Haram. Because if any good thing want to happen, the herdsmen come, they back them up. The Boko Haram come, they back them up. And now, if people become from the south, you know that one of the Islamic leaders in the north were telling the people that nobody should vote for P2B. If you are voting for P2B, means that you are voting for Biafra. And now, if the election comes, the Senate will come to our place to come, if the people come and campaigning for us to come and vote for them. And we, our people, will be killing ourselves because of those Islamic Janjaweed people. And now, I want to send a message to Nigeria government, Buhari and everybody. Leaving out the Kanu before this month finish. If not, all this are planned for 2020 election. It may not work. Because if we are planning for election and you hold a peace-loving man, a man that decides to fight for his people, and you hold him there and put him there under DSS custody for how many months now? How many years? Going to how many years, and you don't want to leave him. Because go to court. You don't want, anytime you go, you will be adjoining the court, because the country, rule of law in Nigeria, zero. Everything in Nigeria, zero. They are not keeping to the law. That is why you see, the youth, you are complaining, how will they abide by the law? And if we now say we want to go out to protest now, they will still send Nigeria army that Boko Haram are killing. The same Boko Haram that are taking to join inside Nigeria army, sending them come to the south to come and kill me and you. And Nigeria army will go there, our brother will be fighting Boko Haram there. And the arrest Boko Haram, lots of other people, Buhari will be freeing them. And you tell me that Nigeria will remain? Buhari have nothing to offer to this country, even though in 7 years, going to 8 years, his hardship and calamity have bring to this country. It's not a small thing. And I want all our people in diaspora, all Nigeria in diaspora, Igbo, Yoruba, even from anywhere where you are, that you know that you come from this place. Let's fight for the good cause of this nation. Before the country, one day fire will just burn the people you left, your family you left, the fire will just burn them. Because if we remain together like this, my brother, there will be a serious problem. Because a time will come, we are on a time bomb already. the bomb will explode. Many people, both the Buhari or the Abu Salam, the Babangida, all of them that are still alive, or passenger, all the Baba Sokwe, Tinubu, all of them, they will feel the wrath of the youth because I can see the anger in them. Because when you see the youth who come out in mass to march in support of solidarity of one man, because now youth bring youth say yes, we volunteer to support this man, P2B, and the people are angry. Look at that man, a former APC member, former ambassador to Australia was saying that 1 million man, 2 million man that are marching for P2B is a campaign. And we are campaigning the way we know how to campaign our campaign. That are using our campaign. Buhari went to start campaign since last year that he went to Kano State to celebrate in Kolofi and buy rice and share for them. Is that not campaign? I think we go to other places to buy something to them when the primary election have not come. Is that not campaign? They have nothing to bring as evidence as waiting a crime to hope it will be, but I want to let him know, let all of them know, all those people in power, both the APC and PDP. If PDP lie, let them scatter, but I like what Wike is fighting. If PDP will lie, let them scatter to pieces. It's none of my business, but Wike is fighting for a just cause. You cannot tell me that a party can have many people. You have the south, you have the west, you have the north. Only northern people want to control the party. It's just the dissenting the way that they do in APC before. That we have a president in the north and a chairman from the north. But all of them keep quiet. Even not by grace that Tinubu win the election because they know APC, they want to flog them out of the seat. That is why they allow Tinubu to win the election because they know Tinubu is not capable. That's why CNN, Karima addressed Kashim Shettima as the president under APC platform because they did not recognize Tinubu as the president under the flag bearing of APC. Only person we recognize in this country now is P2B. Is the only person that is the only person that is contesting to be the betterment of the youth and the good masses of Nigeria. I thank everyone in Philip TV for the prayer for me and God will bless you.
Let me greet our Bible.
God will bless you all. No wahala. God will bless everybody and pray for a good Nigeria. Even though if Nigeria no work again, let them divide it. Even at 20 pieces, 30 pieces.
Yeah,
and
I
God
have
will bless everybody.
Good morning, Master Chidozie.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's look at what we are facing in Nigeria today. We have the president at the United Nations General Assembly saying he gave a speech. He said that no country can develop beyond the capacity of its educational system. Let's explain what the president said.
Which of the president
Buhari
said what?
Yes. No country can develop beyond the capacity.
No, I didn't. He said what?
No country can develop beyond capacity of its educational system.
And at United Nations General Assembly.
Yes. The 77th United Nations General Assembly.
Buhari said that. Then what else do you want me to say? If the wonders of God, they said they shall never end. So if Buhari said it now, do you want me to go and deliver a different speech?
You can respond to his speech. Look at Nigeria now.
No, I can't respond to that. That one is above my own scope. Honestly.
Strike 7 months.
And he's saying that no country can develop without investing in education. So he have made a summary, and the world have listened to him. Maybe possibly they invited him as a word of mockery, and he have unfortunately, of course, made himself a caricature to the Community of Nations, considering, of course, the dilemma or the national embarrassment he has caused the people. So, of course, sometimes you allow. It's better, of course, if a foolish man keeps quiet than talking. Sometimes you will, I think, command some respect than exposing that parochial way of thinking. You can just, you as a media man, what do you say about that? Isn't that self-contradictory?
I believe the world is watching and seeing what is happening in Nigeria.
It's very unfortunate. Maybe Mrs. Finnegan's will defend her even in this one. You have made a summary of what your own country represents, and he said you cannot never develop, and that's why you are not developing, because the education system has been neglected. So, and you are expecting a different miracle. He has passed a judgment on Nigeria, so Nigeria can never develop. The man bandit, the man state, this is state terrorism. You know that no country can develop without investing in education. And you deliberately, consciously, intentionally frustrated and destroy the academics system because you want to achieve your own ulterior motive. And you're telling the world that no country can develop. Mean is passing a verdict on Nigeria that as far as I remain here as a Fulani caliphate, that Nigeria is not moving forward. And you still want to align with him to promote that same one Nigeria that will not move forward. You see, that is why I cannot agree with you and any other person that holds such a that holds such an idea. You have told you cannot, you're not moving forward, and that is the reality. Now, the issues are, of course, students are now trooping to the street to protest. So that is the level of madness and irresponsibility. What will I say again? So you have made it clear that if you're talking about the development, remove Nigeria from that. That is what he told the United Nations. So you cannot understand why, of course, the agitators for the restoration of Biafra are now can be justified, and that of Oduduwa, because he has told you that you cannot move forward. If he's saying that no education, no country can move forward without education of her own populace, without building woman capacity, and he is not doing that in his own country, then what is he saying? That as far as I'm concerned, he has tried his best to do what? Trying in to talk. Now, why are you muttering words? Which even you yourself, you are not sure. Huh? No, you say you have tried his best, and you cannot even express to the world what is that best. Also, Miss Funigas, maybe you can give him. I've not seen her calling. Maybe she's trying to hide her face, and so that people will not hold her responsible.
I've been told not to go near Kaduna Airport because of that volatile area. We have more bandits in the forest closer to the airport.
I think that might be the best caution for you to take. So the Kaduna is a terrorist clan. They have consolidated, as rightly claimed by the sitting governor. He said they have consolidated their base. You see, they are now running a parallel government. So I have not said anything different from what the president, the governor himself, which is of APC extraction, said. He said they have established their own parallel government. So, of course, the students know what is happening. So people can, you can even run, forget your shoe. Have you experienced such kind of run? While you are running,
that terrain is...
You throw away your,
like
even this your iPhone, you throw it away because you are running for life. Or Sunday.
What would you advise the student at this point in time?
The only advice, of course, cannot be better than what your own president, you said he's your president, so the United Nations, that they should forget about education, because as far as he's concerned, Nigeria is not moving forward. And he will make sure that he fulfills that promise he has made to the United Nations, making sure that Nigeria will not move forward under his regime or tyrant rule. But that notwithstanding, of course, nobody has a monopoly of violence, and no humanity can be subjugated. So the people has the right to say no to such barbaric tendencies.
This is what he said. He said, as we are aware, improving equitable and inclusive access to quality education opportunities is germane to ensuring the full development of our society. No country can develop beyond the capacity of its educational system.
That was exactly what Femi Adesina, Kunle's brother, drafted for him. Otherwise, he couldn't make up such a constructive statement. His Kunle brother, Femi Adesina, and Garba Lawan, and Garba said, you can't do this kind of piece of work. I cannot do that. You don't have the mental capacity. to
That
express that.
is a spite
No,
on
that
his,
is not what a spite. I'm
misspelling.
telling you the reality. Even the Adamu, the Minister of Education, can be so constructive like this. It must be somebody from the south who of God, offered himself as a slave to the Fulani Caliphate. Will resort to that. How can you address? In fact, the people that gave him the chance should be more stupid than himself. If you should be more stupid, how can you give such sensitive as a topic to a man you know already from his own background, has no certificate, and has not in any way, the only investment he has ever made is 150 cow and old buildings inherited by his given to him by his forefathers. And after 4 years, he still returned 150 when he's declaring his public assets. So is it the kind of person you can entrust education and such speech? I mean, is quite insulting that the United whatever will stand to listen. I can't listen to that. Immediately I saw it, I have to flip to other
Fake
place.
news and hate speech, a big threat to Nigeria's democracy. That's from Jonathan. Fake news, hate speech is a threat to Nigeria's democracy.
Yes, that is reality. But I have not seen any fake news in Nigeria. I've not seen any fake. There is no light in Nigeria. Is it a fake news? People are hungry. Even Lucky is staggering while living. You want to collapse the mic. Is it a fake news? Yeah? There is no fuel. People are hungry. 84% of Nigerian population cannot eat balanced diet. And 1 million balance. Is it a fake news? Children are dying of starvation. Is it a fake news? Huh? The entire northern hemisphere have been turned to terrorist hideout, safe haven for them. Is that a fake news? Is that a hate speech? That ASU has been on strike for 7 years. 7 months. And within the last 7 years, they have been striking they have lost 3 years of the academic calendar. Is that a fake news? The Fulani headers are ravaging, kidnapping and harassing, raping our mothers and daughters. In the southeast, is it a fake news? The military are bombarding innocent residential quarters, over which you know that over 40 buildings were lost and properties worth of hundreds of millions. Is that a fake news? And Fulani headers are killing, marauding, harassing across the length and breadth, the west, south, north, and east. And no one of them has been, apprehended. No Fulani militias is in any Nigerian prison. Is that a fake news? So what do you consider a fake news? In Nigerian prison. Even the one that they said that the one that claimed he killed over 1,000 people, they gave him state pardon. Somebody who killed 1,000 people, you give him state pardon. Now it's not Chigozie that should be condemned for saying the truth. Somebody who claimed, who accepted he killed over 1,000 innocent people. And you want to give him state pardon and take him to America. I'll probably give him house and building and give him 100 million so that he can now, enjoy himself. So these are which one is fake news? No, which one is fake news? Okay. That Livinati asked me to buy 5,000 naira burger. Is it a fake news? When even you know that one burger is 7,500. No, which one is a fake news?
Okay, thank you.
So that people have been marginalized, subjugated, have deprived their means of livelihood. Is it a fake news? Is it that a liter of kerosene now is 1,000 plus? Is it a fake news in Nigeria? That some aerial contractor, Dana Airline have left Nigerian space because they can't manage, they can't cope up with the cost of diesel and aviation fuel. Is that a fake news? That the entire industry are going moribund. Look at the exchange rates to dollar. Is it a fake news? So that is what you have to answer. That is something that is very clear to everyone.
Okay.
And humanity stands the risk of being extinct. So people calling for election is just an aberration. It's just a illusion. So you cannot build on a destroyed on a faulty foundation called Nigeria. What you need, as you have tried for over 60 years, you see, to build a nation, and it's not working. What do? Everybody should go to return to his home country. That is the only right thing to do at this very important time. See, as far as I know, whoever wants to be the president of Nigeria, either the system fails the person or the person fails the system. Because you cannot build on you are just planning, it's just a matter of that you might be sleeping and everything will collapse on you. So it is a more risk to revalidate a failed system than, of course, dissolving it. I think humanity can be saved and vindicated. So nothing is a fake news. The Buhari told you that no country can move forward without education. Is it a fake news? It meaning that by implication, Nigeria is not prepared to move forward. Because if striking universities and students are on strike and the government is indifferent about that, and nothing is being done, you see, and the cost of governance has not been cut, and you tell me that Nigeria will work. Under who will work it? Like you say, let's join hands. Join hands with who? Boko Haram? Or join hands with the kidnappers? Or join hands with who? Join hands. Who are you to join hands with? These are things I expect you to ask. That's why I'm not with you.
With fellow Nigerians.
To join hands with which fellow Nigerians? Join hands with who? No, with Lucky now. Huh? That is only thinking about yam. It's as you join hands with him. Me, I don't even like yam in the first place. Neither do I like burger. And this man says he will buy 5,000 naira.
Thank you very much. I have
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody there. Adune, Madam Adune. Sorry, I've been trying to get across to you, but through my organs here, they will do the needful because they have the power to get everything. Then about the man that just left here, man. Udogu, what's it? Mazi Chigoze. I think the carrier of the fake news around here is this guy called Chigoze. The fake news doesn't even, I mean, it has an aura of fake news. Because for him to be linking me up with, what's this man, Femi Adesina, Shehu Gaba, if I asked him now to prove the evidence, that is character assassination.
Your brother?
It's my brother. He still mentioned Shehu Gaba. Shehu Gaba. I will now tell you how Femi Adesina happens to be my brother. You bring out this genotype test, and I will do my own genotypes. That is like you don't even know what you are saying. That's not just the you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You just wake.
Okay, and let's look at what do you think about fake news and hate speech? Threatening Nigeria's democracy.
It's been on, especially.
Who are the pioneers of this fake news?
The youths, generally. The youths are the pioneer. The hungry youths.
Do you know Unknown Soldier?
You say what?
Unknown Soldier.
Unknown Soldier.
Who started it?
I think I used to hear Unknown Soldier during Fela time.
Who are these Unknown Soldiers?
They are the military guys there. And this thing has been existed. This thing has been. Unknown Soldier. You know why they label them Unknown Soldier?
You can
because
be unknown soldier.
averagely, you hardly say tag on military uniform. You hardly see tag that bears their name. I think
today.
Right from onset, yeah.
No,
that was what brought Unknown Soldier. So if a soldier happens to attack you and get you killed, there's no how they can identify the soldiers. So that's why they call them Unknown Soldier.
I will defeat Boko Haram within 6 months. Is that fake news or his speech?
That's I think you can't call it a promise failed, a failed promise. That's what you just call that. That's not hate speech.
Subsidy is a scam. Is that fake news or hate speech?
It doesn't even fall everybody knows subsidy is a scam. So you can't tell
So
me
the APC government said,
it's a scam, but they can say they want. You see, everybody have the right to defend them. They can be defending themselves on nothing concrete, on nothing concrete. They have no concrete evidence. They can prove that the subsidy is not a scam. They themselves, they are saying it. Are they not the one that, put all like 5 people from the 5 regions, to come and import fuel, contaminated fuel to us? So when we tell them the subsidy is a scam, then we have evidence to back it up. So they can be defending themselves. People that are going astray, they will still be fighting to survive, but they are drowning. So they don't want to drown, easily like that. They will still have mouth to keep defending themselves.
Okay, let's look at the president's statement when at the 77th UN. Yes, he said no country can develop beyond capacity of its educational system.
Our president has gone to disgrace us again. I don't know.
But he's saying the truth. No country can.
But how is he not acting the work? Is he acting the work? You talk. Is he acting his talk? Is he acting his talk? I think the UN too, they should have raised the issues of how come your students, your students are on strike. The ASU are on strike for 7 good months in your country, and you've not found solution. And you say no country can develop without a sound and concrete educational basic. So I don't know. This man is. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for this president in power now to go as it is, because I'm telling you now, this government has failed totally. The government under our president, amiable president, I'll call him. Let's respect our president. Under our amiable president has failed totally. So he has nothing to say again for people to hear. He has nothing to say again for people to hear. I still repeat. And again, Christian, you see, we can't just be here and not saying out a lot of maladministration, a lot of, failure that has been going on. I want to just say it on here this morning. Ogun State, is there any governance in Ogun State? Is there any governance? Please, if there's governance, the governance should wake up to the reality. Yes, it has been on. Wait, it has been on. I went to condole a friend of mine yesterday, in which Okada rider, Aboki man, Okada rider, nobody know where he comes from, whether it's from he came from Chad with his Okada, and he picked up the woman, and suddenly the woman was on the bike with the rider, the Okada, and all this, they're reckless driving. They went on, he went across, and he just jammed the car. That car crushed the woman. So sad because of the bad roads they have. Look at that Alagbole road. The government of Ogun State should wake up, for God's sake. That road has turned some people to motherless children now. Children of 14 and 16. I was in their house to condole them yesterday, that Alagbole. I couldn't hold my breath. I couldn't even hold my tears. And you have a government. Go to that Alagbole and see how horrible. It's a road to Sambisa is even better than that road. And there's one in Osun State too. That one is around Ejigbo. And we said we have a progressive government in this country, in this state, in this region. And I could not even hold my. Is it marginalization they are doing to that area? That area is called Ejigbo. If you see that road is worse than Sambisa Forest. It's worse than the road to Sambisa Forest. So what are we now saying? I will just sit down here in Lagos and not be able to say what is going on in my territory, and I won't be a bigot like Chigozie that I never see anything wrong with what is happening in Imo, what is happening in Anambra. I won't be that person. So that is just my point. As they are burying the woman on Friday now. That one is gone already. Is it coming back? They defeated him now, black and blue, the Oyetola. All of them are just using excuses, giving us flimsy excuses. They are not working. If he's working that state, that horrible road I saw when I went to bury my mom, it wouldn't be, that road wouldn't be there.
These are major roads.
They are major
And they
roads.
collect taxes from those.
Yes.
And it's a business.
Go to that Alagbole. They said for ex-governor, Amosu started it. Well, why can't there be continuity? There can't be continuity because they will carry their beef, political beef, you know, to the infrastructure, to delay the infrastructure, and who is going to be suffering for it? It's the masses. I pity the masses. They apply that road. I pity the masses. It's so sad.
The governor promised that they are going to fix this.
They've not anything. They've not even. I'm not talking of Sango Alagbole. You know Alagbole now. After
it was just half.
Just half.
It's
just the bridge. The bridge was half done. The bridge was half done. The remaining is just. The remaining is just horror. That woman wouldn't have died. And #ban Okada, because all these people riding Okada in the West here now, I'm sure if they profile them, majority of them are the escapees or Fulani escapees, bandit escapees.
Okada in Ogun State is a better means of transportation.
A better
when the
means.
roads are bad.
That's what I'm saying. You could hear me saying now, the needful has to be done. When they fix up the roads, when they do the needful. But if they do the needful, they don't do the needful, they should eradicate Okada people on the street. Chase them away from the streets. They are causing more havoc. I just told you, a vibrant woman, just lost her life. And the funniest thing is, that woman's father too was on a sick bed. She just went to console her father, coming back. She has to take Okada. The Okada, wasted her life. So what can we say to that? This country is just, I don't know. That's blood money, likewise. That is what we call blood money. A road that you're supposed to do, you leave it there, people are dying, and you be bringing out one money you've stolen again that you're supposed to use to fix that road. Is that not blood money?
Remember this road?
We lament on it.
The time they did the road.
They did the road.
Remember that time?
Yes, it's
bad again.
It's bad again. That road, Makolu Road, likewise, Lagos State government. Lagos State government should wake up, please. Lagos State government should wake up. My amiable senior in his school, Amzat, Dr. Amzat, this is your domain, please. That road is causing embarrassment for motorists. Please wake up and let's wake up and do the needful, please. We are begging you. Let's wake up and do the needful. At least that is the what you guys came in to do. We voted for you for a better infrastructure, for a better life. Please don't leave us in disarray with infrastructure.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu must not die. Ohanaeze wants his health deteriorating. Family raises alarm.
Yeah, the case of Nnamdi Kanu, I think the Igbos they still need to do more. I think they should borrow the leaf from how the elders from the Southwest were able to get Igboho out from the Benin prison.
That they should do?
They still need the dialogue. There is no end to a dialogue. You still need to keep dialoguing. And the funniest thing is, what I'm just saying, all the youth have even abandoned Nnamdi. Nobody talking about Nnamdi Kanu now. It's all about obedience. It's all about it. So that's why I just pity some of the youths likewise. You abandon somebody that started a struggle for your liberation, a struggle for your freedom. Nevertheless, the way they went about it, I may not even support, because I won't like any struggle that will involve killing. And the killing has turned to people killing themselves in the same region, which is not good. It's not good. If it is my domain, they are doing that, I will condemn it totally. You are killing yourself, and you say you're fighting for freedom. The people, Soludo said it now, come on. You see, that's why I say this guy is just full of, he's not talking true. He never talked to, he never hit the nail on everything about him is just tribal issues. The old governor came out and said the people operating the unknown government, they are from the east. Right? You saw it on paper now. You saw it on media. So why are they not denying it? That's why I said, take a trip home and see yourself what is going on. Not just sit down in Lagos. I take a trip home myself. I see what is going on. That is why I could be able to discover some. Don't let us be come here and start, acting as the same people we are condemning. That is bigotry, man. That is bigot, man. Bigotry,
Okay,
man.
now that INEC has released their list, who are you supporting?
See me?
Yeah.
I'm supporting constitutional reforms. Because all these guys you are seeing, what's that their name? Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, Kwankwaso, Kashuku, Adebayo. They will just be floating on a scrappy foundation, on a about to collapse foundation, because the constitution cannot make them do anything as it is. The way this constitution is, where are they going to start from? With the 45 point something trillion?
No, by next year will be 60 something
trillion. Are you telling me they are going to cover their money to fix the governance, to fix the government, to fix the job to be done? No, that is a question. Where are they going to source the money from? That means they themselves, they will still go on borrowing, adding up, salt to the injury that is already on ground. So the constitution is quite faulty. The constitution that encourage wastage in the presidency, the constitution that encourage wastage in the state, the constitution that encourage wastage in the local government. If you don't do anything on it, no, if you like, go and bring Biden, go and bring Truss, go and bring Truss, and go and bring what's this guy, this Canadian president. Combine all of them together, they cannot fix this country because the foundation is rotten, and that is what we've been saying. But people will think we don't like this country to be. But when you're talking, say this country cannot work the way it is. This country cannot work the way it is. As a lot of damages. How are they going to start with like 80% of economic damages that is on ground? No Messiah can get it done. No Messiah. They could be able to manage it when we were trending that lane. When the diaspora, Obasanjo bought the diaspora technocrats, Nigerian technocrats in diaspora, the Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, but Batinaji, Femi Adesina, keep mentioning them. Ezekwesili, even Soludo. He brought them to fix up and that's the kind of things that can save us. But it has deteriorated than to, you can't compare where we are now to where we were in Obasanjo time. Because to get this country fixed again, I don't think even it will take longer years, because you guys created it with the dirtiness, the garbage you guys piled up. It's been there for years, so it will take years to clear off the debris. And that's what I'm telling you. None of these guys you're saying can fix Nigeria now, because the country is sick.
Okay, thank you very much.
The country is seriously sick.
Yeah, Kunle. I have Mazi Rav this morning. Good morning, Mazi Rav.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, I'm greeting all of you. Somebody I saw online here is our man, Akim Olasupo. He's online there on the comment section. I was surprised when I saw his name there. Then I'm greeting you, Ugochukwu Ene. I'm greeting all of you. Udeze, Chima Udeze, you are there. Yes, all of you guys that are there commenting. Somebody like Fumi Gas, I don't know what we did to you here. You always attack us. You not appreciated us even one day. I say, thank you. You fight Chigoze. The other day, you were fighting Kule. You were fighting me. 4 Niger, I've told you several times, come to Nigeria and see how it may be. Yariba, come to Nigeria and feel the climate. You go see, say no easy.
Okay.
Nnamdi
Kanu must not die on her knees.
Kanu must not die. That talk is so mild. Study Buhari. So, Christian, how could organize be that kind mild on handling a very critical situation like this?
His health is.
Yes, the stomach, it has to do with gastro. That's its stomach. intestine. She understand? It's paining him. So the brother, after visiting him, the brother was crying like a baby that they should release Nnamdi Kanu to hospital to have access to medical facilities where they should treat him. The guy is riddling in pain, his stomach, and Ohaneze is just playing. Nnamdi Kanu should not die there. No! This threat, they need command. They should speak to federal government with commanding tone. Commanding tone. If Nnamdi Kanu dies there, Nigeria dies. I don't know whether I'll just take my word there. If Nnamdi Kanu happens to go down in DSS custody, they know, of course, the DSS officials, personnel, they don't allow the man to have access to medication. That's why the guy has been in pain. So I don't know what is wrong with Ohaneze. Are they afraid of Buhari? To say the truth, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of the truth. If Nnamdi Kanu dies there, let me tell you, the second person that is coming after him, his second man, his subordinate, is more dangerous than danger. That is what they don't know. So Nnamdi Kanu should have access to medication so that they should take care of him. Because if Nnamdi Kanu dies there, let me tell you, Nigeria dies. I'm telling you,
look at the efforts.
They should give him access to medication. Everybody has his own right to get treatment. They should give his doctors access, his lawyers access, so that they should treat him. Nnamdi Kanu is being detained for nothing. There are people that should be in that position now. What about the herdsmen? What about the bandits? Have we ever seen any herdsmen in prison? Yes. Since the inception of herdsmen terrorism in Nigeria, have you ever discovered that Wakili Akili, the one that killed many people in Parakwa communities in Ondo, Eganga, where is he now? Where is he? Is he being detained? Nnamdi Kanu is there after forced, illegal, lawless rendition from Kenya, Nairobi airport to Nigeria. Nigeria committed crime. It's not wrong. Nigerians, the individuals, commit crime. They will take them to crime watch. A large way thief money, they know they take them to crime fighter. But poor man wasting money, then go carry and go show them for crime watch. You see this kind of country, I'm telling you, they should be very careful with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is like what? A gunpowder. Gunpowder in a keg, 50 liters. If Nnamdi Kanu dies, I'm telling you, they will see another one that is tougher than IPOB. I'm just advising. I'm trying to proffer solution to federal government. They should allow the young man to have access to medication. They are infringing on his human rights. Nnamdi Kanu is sick and you are leaving him there. What has he done? Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything wrong. Anybody has right to what? To agitate. For whoever you want to agitate. If I like, I will agitate that they should change Anambra State to Omambala State. It is my right. If I take to social media, I will agitate there. Nobody will ask me why. It is my right to agitate. Nnamdi Kanu has right to agitate. Igboho has right to agitate. Likewise, our youth and the Middle Beltans. Why are they detaining Nnamdi falsely? The Fulani terrorists that are killing people, nobody has been detained. Meti Allah has been voicing out hate speech over the years now in Nigeria. Nobody has held all of them responsible. They make hate speech anyhow. They take our possession of our land. They graze on our farmlands. Our mama and papas, they're not going to farm anymore. And nobody has been able to arrest them. Nnamdi Kanu that is doing the needful is the person that is dying in jail. James Ohaneze for being so mild in a critical situation of this magnitude. They should have talked straight. They should have taken legal action. They should go and announce it in the moon. They should have visited him at Aso Rock with authority. Authoritatively, they would have told him, allow Nnamdi. Nothing like nonsense. See, let me tell you, you allow nonsense to occupy his space. If you don't allow nonsense, nonsense will do what? It will disappear. Let me tell you, visit Buhari at Aso Rock. Visit Malami at Department of Judiciary. If there is any office like that, go and see him. Talk sense into him that if we both lose Nnamdi Kanu, they have lost Nigeria. Let me tell you authoritatively, Nnamdi Kanu will not die there. If Nnamdi Kanu dies, what is bigger than Nnamdi Kanu? What is bigger than Nigeria will take place in Nigeria. Okay. Yes, I know that no man is an island, but there are some men that God created that can make a forest. You go to bush, enter into any thick wood, you will find some trees. They can make for a forest. Some trees could make a forest. Yes, I'm not speaking in riddle. We know that some people say, Nnamdi Kanu is not a man. are you better than Nnamdi Kanu? Who else in Nigeria to come out and tell me that he's better than Nnamdi Kanu? Is Buhari better than Nnamdi Kanu? Is Malami better than Nnamdi Kanu? Is El-Rufai better than Nnamdi Kanu? Are the Fulanis, Katuriaras, pastorists, nomads, are they better than Nnamdi Kanu? Why detaining the innocent man there? And now he's sick, you don't want to give him access to medication. It is wrong. I felt it. If Ohaneze handled this issue so mild, I'm not being mild with that kind of issue because it has to do with life. Health issue has to do with life and death. So that's why they should allow his lawyers, they should allow his doctors, they should allow his family.
Okay.
He has not committed anything. He has not killed anybody. Before, IPOB members are sacrificial lambs. Anywhere they are going on protest or agitation, Nigerian soldiers, police, they will just shoot. They open what? Fire on them. They mow them down with blood. This time around, they said enough is enough. Is that why they're angry? Is that why they rendition him lawlessly from Nairobi? Is that why the man is languishing in ill health? The guy health is deteriorating. I'm telling you on daily basis. He has issue, health issue with his stomach. So they should allow him to treat himself. He's a human being, he's not an animal.
The federal government will do so. Let's look at Buhari's speech at the 77th.
It's a disappointment. Buhari's speech at the summit at the United Nations is a disgrace. We saw it on social media. It is even on paper. You don't allow somebody that is not outspoken, somebody that has nothing to do with charisma, somebody that has no certificate to go and meet the leaders of the world, where you have leaders that are well endowed with what it takes to lead. If you want to go on such occasion, they should have appointed somebody like, what do you call this man? Patu Tomi. They are there.
Very disappointed.
The likes of Ruben Abati, they are there. There are many human resources. We have material here that should go and represent Mr. Buhari, General Buhari, at United Nations Summit. You allow somebody like that to face Japanese, the Americans, the Europeans, the Asians to talk. My brother, he has not disappointed us. Are you listening to me? He has disgraced us. Buhari has woto our hands. He rubs us poto all of us on the face. He's not representing us well. See, let me tell you, they are talking about refurbishing or rewriting Nigeria narratives international. Let me tell you, the guy is still spoiling it the more. How could I face my friends from America, Europe, all my foreign friends that I'm from Nigeria, and now they listen to my president from Nigeria was talking nonsense articulation. Someone that could not speak sweet English, let alone that's pronunciation. Oh my God, oral pronunciation of your president is the worst I have ever seen. Your president, when they are and talk nonsense. When we see nonsense, we say it's nonsense. It's not hate speech. When we see what makes sense and say it's nonsense, it's nonsense. That is hate speech. Point of correction. What is it? My brother, he has disappointed everybody. Anytime we are having an occasion like that, we don't need to allow him to go. It is an epitome of social catastrophe. On a time, he doesn't need he's not a presentable man anyway. His speech was not quite presentable. That's why everybody is knocking on him. People are not applauding that somebody like Buhari is representing us as a president, but people are just burying their head in shame.
Okay. The students have been advised not to go to Kaduna Airport because of the
insecurity, level of insecurity. Anyway, that advice is quite good. I know you can't see death and go, keep on romancing death. We know that what I told you yesterday, I say protecting Atasuro could be dangerous because of the kind of security situation or state we have there. So protest in the north could spell doom, if you ask me. But protest in the south, at least, is minimal. Do you understand? Because of the kind of security we have here. This place is more protected than the north. If they go to Kaduna Airport, let me tell you, the terrorists called bandits will use that as an excuse. They will just use that as human shield. Do you understand? And operate. No security forces will even match them because they will mix up with this innocent youth, Nigerian students. So what I'm trying to say here is protest in southern Nigeria is okay by me and by any other well-meaning Nigerians because we don't want the lives of our children, our youth, our students to be wasted. I think understand. So it's good to go to Apapa and block Apapa. They should go to Customs Secretary at Tinkan Island and block the entrance. Stop any container, stop any custom man, immigration, police, quarantine. Yes, I'm saying that. They should protest at MMA, Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Yes, immediately Buhari's aircraft touches ground, those students should block him. He's coming from United Nations Summit. I don't know whether he has come already. They should go and what? Emphasize, exercise, show the man that they have the right to say what is good, to voice out, to fight for themselves. Because everybody has failed the youth in Nigeria. The parents, the teachers, the elites, we have failed the youth. Why not fighting for the youth? Are they not our children? We leave our children on their own. Go. We can do it. So they are doing it and they are getting it right. I'm in support if they could seize the whole airspace of Nigeria. Let no craft, chimbam, fly across this airspace. If they could invent anything, any software or whatever that could magnetize any craft, any object flying in this airspace, I would like it. Yes, aviation industry should hands down.
Yes,
they shouldn't operate. Let Nigeria lose money. Let federal government lose money. Yes, international water paralyzed, airspace aviation paralyzed. I would like it.
That is like
even railway. Yes, let me tell you, it's good. That is how you fight government. You don't fight government one-on-one because they have the bullets, they have the gun. But you use your sense to fight government. If they could block railway track, money that are coming there. If they could block MMA, American airports, Nnamdi Azikiwe airports, all those airports across Nigeria, no chimbam, money should not be coming in there again. And that is the tactics you use to fight government. Dictatorial government like this of Buhari. Buhari is a dictator. We are witnessing a dictatorship system of government. Dictator. A dictator is somebody that is handling you with, chastising you with a scorpion and spikes. All his policies, economic policies and the rest of them are so excruciating. We are not buying into it because it is so unbearable. Okay. So they should protest and stand by their rights. I mean, the students should go extra mile. They should leave MMA, Murtala Mohammed Airport, and march straight to Apapa. If Apapa stop operating, let me know how they are going to make their money. They are making trillions there every month while nothing is being taken care of in Nigeria. No infrastructure, no employment, nothing is working here. Where does the money go? Where are the money is going? Nobody knows. Let me tell you, the students should paralyze the system. They should paralyze the government. Let me see if any blood could flow. Yeah? They will see what is more grievous, more dangerous, more cruel than the 2020 NSAS. Let me tell you, federal government should do the needful. Nnamdi Kanu should be released now. Ohaneze should not be handling the issue of Nnamdi Kanu with velvet glove. Are you listening to me? Talk straight talk. Stop dodging things, facts. Because you are being given money. You don't want to tell them straight that they are holding Nnamdi Kanu wrongly, that the Igbos are not happy, that you are not happy, that you are Ohaneze, you are not happy. But if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, so thing will happen to you. Straight talk. Okay. If I could be Ohaneze chairman or president, I will look at him face to face at Aso Rock, though I will use diplomacy. But at all when proverb is being referred to the skeleton, or skinny, yeah? Skeleton, somebody that is skinny or lean, we think that he's being referred. I will know that I will use diplomacy and be discussing with Mr. President, but if he has real sense, he will know that I'm attacking him. Okay. So the Ohaneze people, Ohaneze as a group, cultural group of people, go to Aso Rock and tell him the needful. The right thing you should tell him is that if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria will drown.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's from Mr. Raf. Do you have anybody online this morning that will contribute to the program? Mr. Oluwawan is missing in action today. He is not here this morning. Yes, who is online? Let's give you the opportunity to contribute to the program this morning. Yes, who's online this morning? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, Udeze Chima. Good morning, Mr. Udeze Chima. Yes, I can see you have the floor that you can contribute to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Christian and the crew and the reviewers. I just want to contribute based on this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Unfortunately, we are in a country that doesn't respect the rule of law. If at all Nigerian government respects the rule of law, I don't think they have any reason to arrest or even detain Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is fighting for the fundamental right of people that in the UN Charter, it's boldly written that self-determination is never a crime. So by them arresting him and putting him in detention against all odds, that is a big violation of his right and the fundamental right of the Southeasterners who are dictating for a sovereign state of Biafra. Furthermore, some people are, in the comment section, they are arguing, and I don't think they get what I'm trying to explain to them. The whole UN have given Nigeria order to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they floated the order. This is a government that doesn't respect human rights. The Igbos, I'm so proud of them. They have done enough, and they are still ready to do enough, and they are still doing. We that are in diaspora, we are doing our own from here, both on and off social media, to see the way we can get our leader, who is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a proud and strong Igbo son out of the detention of the custody of the DSS. Like I told them, if you're approaching an issue, if you try plan A, if plan A doesn't work, you got to try plan B. So they shouldn't say that Peter Obi should not come out for presidency. No. Since Buhari is there, and he's not forthcoming, he's not respecting court orders, he's not ready to respect human rights, then we, the Southeasterners, let's join hands together and support Mr. Peter Obi to get into power. By the time Peter Obi, who is educated, the man who went to school, he schooled abroad, he knows what is fundamental right of human beings. When he gets there, God's willing, he will release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu the first day he gets there. Because if they say no election in Biafra land, and at the long run, election is held in Nigeria, and we, the Southeasterners, we didn't vote, they will still put somebody there who will take over from where this evil man stopped, this evil Buhari stopped. Now, is it Tinubu who is going to be a puppet in the hands of the Fulani Caliphate that is going to hit to court ruling? Is it the person that they are hoping to release him as Nnamdi Kanu? Or is it Atiku Abubakar, the same man from the same Fulani extraction of Nigeria that they are expecting to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? No, this is a much reason. We, the Southeasterners, should take this option B. As we are fighting the option A in the law court, then this option B is here for us also, to support our brother also, to go there. There's no way Peter Obi will get into power and he will allow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to stay a day in the DSS custody. Never. It can never happen. So this is my option. This is my contribution. Those that are agitating against no election in Biafra land, they are making a big blunder.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Let's support Mr. Peter Obi so that he can restore the fundamental rights of citizens of Nigeria, including that of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. God bless you,
Mr. Odezishima.
Have a nice day.
For your contribution this morning. God bless you. God bless you. Yes, sir. Yes.